what does the customer want? Seth Godin had a great expression where he said, you don't sell products to customers. You listen to the customer and then create a product.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
How would you like to achieve your first million? And today we have James, a several times exit tech entrepreneur joining from United States. So James, tell us, what are the 5 steps to make your first million in business?
Harry, thanks for having me on this episode. I'm really excited, to be here. So when I look back over the 7 exits that I've had, the very first thing that I would tell any entrepreneur is when you lay out that initial plan, right? That initial business plan. If that plan doesn't clearly articulate to you where that first $1 million is going to come from, you need to stop. You need to ask yourself, why am I not thinking big enough to the $1 million? In my own personal journeys through all of the companies that I exited, I had an interesting characteristic. My companies doubled in size year over year for the first 5 years.
Wow.
1 million, 2 million, 4 million, 8 million, 16 million, 30 million. That was an average, Harry. And if you ask me, did I plan that we were going to get to 32 million in 5 years? No, that's not. But what I latched onto, the third element of this, was finding through the initial 12-month period, you're going to do 60 to 90-day sprints in verifying what I put on paper when I did my initial business plan. Is it working? Are customers responding? And you find the products and services that, number one, people are responding to. Number two, you want to look for the products and services that are generating the most margin, not revenue, margin in the business. Vern Harnish, I got his book on my back shelf here, and Scaling Up said 80% of your margin in the business comes from 20% of the things you do. It's brilliant. And he's right. And in my own journey, you hone in on those 20% items. And then I'm going to use an expression. You rinse and repeat. It's not glamorous. It's not, I'll call it this glorious experience. You are literally rinsing and repeating over and over and over again, doing more of those things that drive the margin in the business. Customers are happy because that's the thing that they're buying from you. And then you get to the point at the end of that 12-month journey where if you've chosen the right products and services, I can absolutely guarantee you're going to get to the $1 million because people are responding. Now, the telltale sign is you keep banging on the rock, to use my dad's expression. My dad would say, you bang on the rock until it breaks. But if you keep banging on the rock thinking you're selling something and no one is responding to you, you need to pay attention and saying, this is not as valuable as I thought it was. Now, in my own experience, in the B2B side, a customer buys something for one of 3 reasons: to make money, to save money, or to mitigate a risk. It's one of those 3 things. So if you're in a B2B situation, you need to ask yourself, can I clearly identify one of those 3 reasons that a business customer is buying my product or service? Because if you can't, I can promise you this, they're not going to transact with you.
100%.
Okay. So in a B2C, because I've had some companies that are B2C, customers are looking at time and value, right? Whether it's in entertainment. We all have Netflix subscriptions. Well, why do we pay for those subscriptions? Because we like the convenience. We value our time. We can sit in our chair and drink the drinks that we like and watch whatever entertainment we want to watch. We don't have to get up and go anywhere.
And it's a lot of
Right.
value. You pay very
There's
little and
value,
you
right?
have
Why?
a lot of movies to choose, right?
Yeah. There's a lot of
Amazing.
value there, you know.
Yeah.
So again, it's clearly, you know, again,
Netflix is about saving money. One of the things people
well, it
save
could be
money,
about
right?
saving
Because
money, but it's also time, right? It's I value
time,
my
yeah.
time, right? And maybe it's time with my family or friends where we're all together in an environment where we like. So I think as the entrepreneurs, sometimes we get a little caught up in our own world, and it goes back to something really specific: is what does the customer want? You know, Seth Godin had a great expression where he said, you know, you don't sell products to customers. You listen to the customer and then create a product to serve
100%, 100%.
right? Which is 100% accurate, right? So that's, to me, five simple. That's the methodology of getting, you know, to the first $1 million.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.